Welcome to the DELTAoverC training videos. Today, we are going to learn how to set up a campaign on the Engage application in MS Teams. Open the DELTAoverC Engage application on MS Teams. On the bar, click Campaign to open the Campaign tab. This tab shows all the campaigns that you are a member of as either a user, a manager, a stakeholder, or a campaign coordinator. Click the New Campaign button to set up a new campaign. On the upper right corner, we will find an option to turn on Helpful Text. Turning this option on will show guide boxes to further help you during the setup. First, let's set up the campaign details. For campaign type, Standard is the only type available for Engage. Under Campaign Name, type in the title of your campaign. Try to pick a short title but descriptive enough for members of the campaign to easily understand what the campaign is for. Under Campaign Description, type a short description that provides some details about the campaign so that users will understand its purpose and scope. Next is the option for participants to be anonymous or not when giving in their feedback about the change initiative. You may choose to make the campaign anonymous or not, but our data shows that making feedback anonymous will give you more honest and accurate results. The trade-off is that you will not be able to track individual adoption of a change. The next step is a set of 3 drop-down windows that indicate dates related to the campaign. The first is Campaign Setup Date, which in most cases is today. However, this could be a day in the future if you are not ready to start. The target close date is the date you expect to end the campaign. This may change in the future and can be adjusted later if you choose to extend the campaign. The next date is the kickoff date, which is the day the campaign is launched. The kickoff date drives the start of the surveys and check-ins. Note that the campaign setup date and kickoff date may or may not be the same date. You want to ensure that you have the correct date for the kickoff. If you set it too early, then users will receive the start of their surveys before you are ready. To ensure that you enter the correct date, the option to input the kickoff date is grayed out. The kickoff date can be entered later when you are in edit mode. We will come back to this later. Next, we will set up the frequency of surveys sent to users during the campaign period. The option for surveys is required in the Engage app and will always remain checked. The drop-down box beside Survey will show 3 options: every week, every 2 weeks, and every 3 weeks. Clicking on Survey Questions will give you a quick view of the question sets that each user will receive alternately every survey period. Next is the option to have a manager check-in during the campaign. This allows managers to assess how individual users on their team are embracing change. The drop-down box beside it will again have 3 options: every week, every 2 weeks, or every 3 weeks. We recommend that the frequency of check-ins is the same as the survey. Clicking on User Check-in and Teams Check-in will give you a quick view of the question sets that the manager asks each user and the team during the check-ins. And lastly, for campaign details is the Milestones option. This allows you to add objectives or events that have great impact on the change initiative. You can add as many milestones per campaign as you would like. Input each milestone name and the target date for each. If you do not have the milestone information now, you can always add it later in edit mode. Once all of the details are filled in, click Save. We will then move on to adding the members to the campaign from your organization. Go to the Members panel of the Campaign Setup window. Go to the Members panel of the Campaign Setup window. You will see that the first user in this window is you, the Campaign Coordinator. Click on Edit to assign a further role in the campaign to your ID. You may also act as Manager. As Manager, input the name of your team under Manager Team Name. Click on Update to save these changes. You may now add additional members to the campaign. Click on Add Member and select the name from the drop-down box. You may also click on the box itself, start typing in the name of a member, and choose the member from the list of suggestions. Next, select their role and choose their user type. A member can have more than one role. If the check-in checkbox was selected during setup, then you will need to assign users to a manager. For the purpose of a campaign, a user does not have to report to their people manager. They could report to someone else. For example, a campaign change lead. If the member is a manager, then you will need to add their team name. For more information on assigning member roles and best practices, please refer to the training module on adding members to a campaign. Click on Add to save these settings. Repeat this process for each member of the campaign. Click Back to go back to the campaign window. When you are ready to enter the kickoff date for the campaign, go back to the Campaign tab and click on the name of your campaign to open the campaign window. Scroll down and click on Edit Campaign. A prompt to enter the kickoff date will show at the beginning of the edit process. Close to proceed. You will now see that the kickoff date in the Campaign Details panel is active. Choose the date for the kickoff date. Beside it will be the campaign close date, which is the actual day the campaign ends. Don't add this date now. You will enter this date later on when you are ready to end the campaign. Click Update to save the settings. A prompt to save the campaign will appear. Click on Yes to proceed or No to go back and review and make changes. And that's it. You have now successfully set up a campaign on the Engage application in MS Teams. For questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our training and client management team through onboard@DELTAoverC.info.